and he's in trouble. He's going to run. He's going to get the first down.
Don't sleep on those legs. Oh, he faked the slide. Sauce time. The Pitt Panthers have pulled a stunning upset over the West Virginia Mountaineers.
And Johnny Majors gets a ride across the field.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Simplify Podcast. I'm your host, Zach Kaminsky. I'm joined by my two co-hosts, Mason Kling and Kent Vanderwood, in the virtual space tonight, except this time we can see each other's faces. It's a very nice change of pace instead of just staring at your screen. Let's switch it up. Kent, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. Pitt basketball on fire. So vibes are high around Pitt athletics right now. So
good vibes. Let's talk to someone who's got some bad vibes right now. That's Mason Kling. Behind the scenes, go behind the microphones. We were in Philadelphia yesterday for the Super Bowl. Mason is our resident Eagles fan, so I'm going to let you just say whatever you want about the game and air it all out.
Life is pain. It's all suffering. I can't believe this happened. It was a really, really tough game. Came down to the last play. A lot of people are saying that, some stuff about that holding call. There's a lot of other stuff that it shouldn't have come down to that call. We were in control of the game. Our defense didn't really make the stops that we were making all season, and that kind of ended up being the difference in the game. But yeah, it was a tough end to a really, really, really good season. And that's the worst part about the Super Bowl, is that now you have to you work all year to get there, and now we just got to kind of let this heal this wound the entire offseason. So that's me on my soapbox.
And do you have anything to say about the slippery field, the wet conditions? Is that on your mind at all?
You gotta think that we had the best, probably arguably the deepest, probably best pass rush in all of football, and it was non-existent. And I think a lot of that you got to credit to the Chiefs for scheming it up well, but also when the footing isn't great, the pass rush is kind of the first thing that's affected. So we're opening an investigation into Turfgate.
Okay, all right. We've got Slipgate, and speaking of another investigation we're going to launch, Pitt's still not ranked in the top 25. We're talking hoops today. I don't know. Where do we begin? Pitt's not ranked. This is where we're going to start. List of teams that Pitt has beaten that is ranked above them. Northwestern at 27th. North Carolina State at 23rd. Miami at 15. Virginia at 7. And Pitt they went up one spot in the receiving votes category with 82. They're in 29th place. They're basically there on the upper tier of the receiving votes. The next team received 36. Computers still hate us. Voters don't like us. It's Pittsburgh against the world.
Yeah. And it's somehow, if it's not a quad 1 or quad 2 win for us, what these past couple games haven't, it's a loss. We're I don't know. Other teams have moved up spots for closer losses. I don't know. The good news behind all that is that Joe Lunardi was kind of rankings aside, Pitt's going to be a tournament team. So that's the flip side of the coin there.
yeah, Lunardi said that Rothstein has his 45. I think we were 24th on that today or yesterday, whenever he puts those out.
Yeah.
So Rothstein and Lunardi give us some props, which is good.
The guys that know ball, the guys that actually know ball, not the all the beat writers that probably haven't watched the Pitt games at all. The guys that get it are giving us our flowers, so we'll take that.
I get it. There's some bad losses in there on our resume, but they're early on, and we've got a lot of quality wins, and we're taking care of business right now. We're playing who we're supposed to play, and handle business at Louisville pretty well, and then on the road at Florida State too. took care
revenge
of
game.
it.
We got a revenge game because that was the other kind of bad loss was Florida State at home, and I feel like that was in probably a lot of the voters' mind. They just like they see that, and you're like, oh, maybe Pitt isn't good. So it was good to go into their house and get the revenge.
I would get a little more too if we had had like a close win at Louisville or something too, but we just blew them out of the water.
Yeah, maybe we should talk about that game a little bit because yes, it was a blowout, and sometimes those games aren't fun. But that was honestly just the most fun game in the world to watch. Everything was dropping. Greg Elliott couldn't miss. Blake Hinson couldn't miss. It was just that was a very fun game. I forget what the final number was on our shooting percentage, but I think we almost shot 60% from three.
Yeah, it's
I'll pull that up now.
Definitely a big talking point with this team is the 3-point shooting because when if they're on, they're not going to lose. If they are cold, that's when they get in these tough games. Florida State, even they were not shooting the ball well from deep. They were getting good looks, not able to knock them down, and that's why it was a little bit closer for maybe longer than they wanted to. But this team knows how to close out games, and that's a very important thing, and that's what you want from a tournament team.
That's the veteran. That's like the veteran. The guys that are the difference makers this year have. You can tell they've played in a lot of games and kind of have that experience.
Mm-hmm.
In the Florida State game, you saw it. Like we kind of figured out that the three wasn't working, and that's when. But like Burton would like go do his thing and start going off and play bully ball and like it's just when you can like beat them different ways. That's what makes a good team too.
Exactly, and Federico's been playing out of his mind also.
And the twins, man,
and the twins. Yeah, I mean, early in the season, I know we were a little concerned with Hughley out and Federico at the starting at center, but he's just been getting better and better.
The more he's played, he's just learning on the fly. I think he has potential to make. He's never lightened up the scoreboard, but we don't need him to. But I think he does have potential to make all ACC like defensive team possibly.
He could do. I mean, he shut down Baycott.
That was awesome.
Yeah, like Baycott was not getting anything against him. I think he blocked Baycott like 4 times.
Yeah. But that's an NBA player. Baycott's an NBA player. And
all right, calling your shot.
Yeah, and I mean, and like you said, he's not lighting up the scoreboard, but he's been finishing the ball better now, and he's just doing what they need him to do: clean up the glass, put some putbacks, some like fast breaks. He's gotten a couple fast break dunks, layups, a couple lobs. Like he's scoring in more ways now.
Yeah, a little teaser for when we do our end of the season awards for basketball for unsung hero, possibly.
Ooh,
oh yeah,
okay.
yeah. No,
right.
if we. Sorry,
just an idea. Just to tickle the brain a little bit.
I want to circle back to earlier. In that Louisville game, Pitt shot basically 55% from the floor and from three, which is fucking insane. They actually shot 0.1% worse from three, which is to have the same shooting percentage from 3 points is ridiculous.
That's crazy.
What you said about the Twins and like Federico's, how they're getting better every game, I think that really just describes this team, right? Like, obviously they didn't gel early. It was the 1-3 start with a couple bad losses that really kind of sank us, or kind of sinking us in the computer rankings right now. But like, obviously, a team full of transfers is going to need that time to sort of gel together, get everything working, and now it's working. We've won 5 straight. We've won 7-1 in quad one. Oh, look at this. Oh, sorry, 4-2.
Something crazy like that.
4-2, 7-2 ACC.
I was going to say we don't have that many quad ones.
Yeah, but like that's really good. We're also up to 52 in the NET, which I guess kind of makes us a tournament lock more or less, right? If we can kind of maintain that rating.
That should be higher too, though. I mean, that's kind of a joke. Also, I think Ohio State's like. Do you have the full net rankings up there?
Yeah, I have them up right now.
There are some teams ahead of us, and it's like
Ohio State has a losing record. They've just been imploding, and they're ahead of us in the net rankings.
They're actually only 2 spots behind us, sitting at 11 and 14.
They were ahead of us, I think.
But that's probably updated. Like if you checked that last week, it might have been.
Well, yeah, the last rankings, Pitt was 52. They're 51 now. Ohio State was 48 in the last ranking. So
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That just goes to show that like no ranking system is going to be perfect because the eye test there, just
Yeah, I mean,
it's
North Carolina.
I don't know where we are in Ken Palm right now either. But
I'll pull it up. But UNC is at 40 right now. NC State's at 36. Like that's what I don't get is we beat those two teams.
The thing is, like, if you just beat them head to head, it makes no sense. Like, I mean,
UNC is 0-8 in Quad 1. How are they the fucking number 38 team?
Dude, I kind of like if they're not going to give us respect though, like let that just be like billboard material going into the tournament and stuff. Like you don't literally rankings. I know we complain about them a lot, but literally rankings don't mean shit.
They don't matter.
Once you get in the tournament, you're in the dance. So if we want to be, as long as we're in, like I think we'll play tough with whoever they put in front of us. There are a few teams we can't play with.
I agree. I think we could be as high as like a 6, which is I think what Lunardi said. And I would like that because an 8-9 game, then having to go play like a 1.
Purdue.
Yeah. No. If I pray if we're an 8 or 9, I pray we are not in Purdue's side. I don't think we match up well against Zach Edey.
No. As much as we were just saying good stuff about Federico, him against Zach Edey, we would have to double like.
Yeah, and the Twins, like I mean, they're playing well. They need to put on some weight, dude.
Yeah, that's a certain mismatch. Ken Palm is actually worse. I just pulled it up. Here's some teams that Pitt is behind in Ken Palm: 14-11 Penn State, 11-14 Ohio State, Northwestern, who we beat. I want to see how. Yeah, North Carolina is like 30 spots ahead of us in this one.
Beat them twice.
Beat them twice. Is Ken Palm just a computer system?
It's like Ken Pomeroy's system or whatever. It's like it's named after him. The NET is the official NCAA one. I think there's a third one, but I forget what it is. I'm trying to see if there's any other egregious ones here. Where's NC State?
I mean, it is promising that. I mean, right now, we're projected like 7-8 seed right now. So I know we talk about these things, but they honestly, in the grand scheme of things, just get in.
Just get in.
Just avoid a playing game. Avoid that like 11 seed. Like just get in without being like one of the last 4 in.
Yeah, I actually love March Madness. Like, would watch every single game anyway. But making my bracket is going to be so much more fun when it can just be. I'm going to be so biased. Like, Pitt's going to be in my Final Four for, like, all of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, you're going to have to submit a bracket where Pitt wins, obviously. And
yes.
Money be damned. Money be damned.
Right.
That I actually didn't even consider that, is that we're going to be able to say, oh, yeah, Pitt's going to make it to fucking Sweet 16. Fuck it. Call it.
Yeah. No, I'm anxious. I mean, we still got some games to play, 6 left in the regular season, half of them at home.
Yeah.
But honestly,
I'm hungry for that regular season ACC title.
Pretty favorable schedule the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Boston College and tomorrow, and then Saturday we play at Virginia Tech. I think that's probably going to be the hardest one the rest of the way.
You got
Miami. So yeah, I put that behind Miami, but yeah, it's up there.
I agree with you. That's like the other one that's circled to watch out for, because they're just always solid. I think they're probably like, after all the teams that are ranked in the ACC, they're kind of like next up
and
there.
It's like they beat Virginia at home this year. Like they play. They're a different team at home than they are on the road too.
Yeah, if that one was in Pittsburgh, I feel a lot better about it. But yeah, oh well.
So is that we say this every week, every goddamn week. If we beat Boston College and we beat Virginia Tech, we've got to be. We've got to be.
I mean, we're what 29th right now. 29th. Hope some teams in the top 25, like at bottom of the top 25 right now, lose this week too. Definitely possible. Honestly, yeah.
If you're looking at teams that you want to root for to lose, right? I think you have to root for Missouri, Illinois, Northwestern, the three teams that were receiving votes ahead of us. Then, like, looking at as far as, like, actual win-loss records go, you probably want Providence and UConn to drop some games. They're around the same record. They're in the 20s. TCU you probably want to drop as well. They're on a downslide. Another big one that you want to have lose is Iowa State. They dropped 8 spots in the last in between the two polls. They're sitting at 16-8. And once you get past that, it's like seeing how the voters have gone this year. I don't know if they're going to drop anybody above like 19 out of the poll, and they might not even do that.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. And it also doesn't help Northwestern just beat Purdue. So,
yeah.
That one carries.
That turned out to be one of our when we played that game earlier. Like I was like,
yeah,
oh cool, we beat Northwestern, whatever. But they're a solid team. Yeah,
that's a quality win now.
You would have thought that like the Michigan loss would have been like you can write it off as like a quality loss, but it's totally reversed with those two teams this year.
It's a bad loss now.
Yeah.
West Virginia also not a great loss.
That one's like fine now. They got fucked on by Texas, but Texas is like
Texas is good. Texas is good.
I mean, I know the Big 12 is like very, very good this year, but West Virginia's I don't know where they're at in the standings for that now, but they're near the bottom of the Big 12. But I know, like I said, I mean, there's a lot of good teams in the Big 12 this year, so it's definitely tough.
I'll check on that. I know Lunardi said like there's basically like half the fucking Big 12 is a lock for the tournament, which is ridiculous.
Crazy, but it makes sense. Like you watch those games and you can tell.
Yeah,
those guys.
Aren't there only 10 teams in the Big 12 at this point?
Yeah. There's 10 right now.
Yeah, so I mean, 5 teams. That's not crazy.
Might have been 6. Here, let me jump to it.
But like saying five is a lock is not like that crazy at this point. But
I mean,
that's true.
As far as like, I think this is a Lunardi article. Sorry, it's John Gassaway from ESPN, right? He has the top half of the Big 12 in, then he's like TCU should be in, then like he said West Virginia can play themselves in.
Yeah, West Virginia is like really pretty much like one of those like last 4 in, first 4 out type of teams right now. So
for what it's worth, that article has us as should be in. It's like trending upward. It seems the biggest question is going to be, like we said earlier, whether we're a 6 seed, an 8 seed, or an 11 seed. And the auto bid is the tournament champion, right? Not the regular season champion.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you got to think if
we win the ACC regular season, and
it's not an automatic bid, but like
it should be.
Yeah, you got to think that like. Yeah. Shit. Well, let's go.
And I mean, we'll have a double.
We'll have a double bye in the tournament if we
hopefully
get first or second in the ACC. So,
even I believe the top 4 seeds get double byes in the ACC tournament.
I think the top 2 get double byes, and then below them get 1 bye or something.
Yeah, I think that is right. Something like that.
So, getting first or second would be big for that. I mean, if you win the ACC and win like 1 game in the tournament, like that's your lock.
Yeah.
Even without that, if it's like close and you're playing like another good team, like I don't know.
No, we could just say fuck it. We could just say fuck it and just go win them both. Let's just not even talk about losses and let's just go. Let's do them both.
No, that's the thing. I mean, as nice as it would be to just like see a number next to Pitt, it's to Pitt next week for the first time in a long time. Like just we can control, just keep winning. And
when was the last time? Were we ranked in 2016? Probably when we made the tournament. Is that the last time that Pitt was ranked?
I'll double check on that. but
I want to say, yeah. I think we haven't. I think I saw the last time we were ranked was 2016. So
no, I was right. The top 4 teams in the ACC don't play until the quarterfinals, so everyone gets a double bye.
that's
Oh,
crazy.
wow.
All right, I was thinking it was 2. So
But yeah, it's like the bottom 5 don't get a bye, and then top 4 get the double bye.
okay.
I'm actually going to check on
Interesting.
Pittsburgh.
That's not even all right. That's not even that big of an advantage for winning the league. Then that's crazy.
Well, I mean, if you're like the number 1 seed, like you play the winner of the 8-9.
Yeah, I mean, you just play a worse team, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Who would that be if standings finish today?
If they finish today, give me 1 second. I have to go back a bunch of times. Okay, Pittsburgh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Winner of North Carolina, Syracuse. If standings were to hold. Well, I guess Duke is in play for that. I don't know how the tiebreakers work out between those 3 teams, but they're all tied for 7th right now.
Who's
really?
5th and
I
6th
wouldn't want to play.
right now?
I wouldn't want to play UNC a third time. I feel like
No. That's tough to beat a team 3 times. That's tough.
If we're looking at it right now, Pittsburgh 1, Virginia 2, Miami 3, Clemson 4, NC State 5, Wake Forest 6, Duke, UNC, and Syracuse all tied for 7th. Boston College and Florida State tied for 10th. Virginia Tech 12th, and then Notre Dame, Georgia Tech, Louisville to round out the bottom 3.
What if Louisville just went off in the ACC tournament and won it?
I don't know if they reseed.
What do you mean?
Like if Louisville were to advance, I don't know if they would then if say Louisville for some fucking insane reason makes to the quarterfinals, I don't know if they would
Play like the 1 seed.
Yeah.
Well, I guess. Well, they're technically second to last. They're in because Georgia Tech's bottom right now because Louisville beat Georgia Tech. So.
Oh wow! Wow, Georgia Tech really flying under the radar as a dog shit team.
Yeah,
I feel like it's just because Louisville had such a bad non-conference. It looks a little bit worse.
So I think Pitt remains the only team in ACC history to not win a single ACC game in a season. So
Nice.
Thought Louisville was giving them a run for their money this year, but they beat Georgia Tech. So
Thanks a lot, Georgia Tech.
Yeah, that really kind of screwed us. And
I believe we're the only one. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
No, that sounds right.
Because earlier in the year when Louisville was like 0-8, I remember someone put out an article like which team was like worse or sadder if they were to go winless. It was us or Louisville. I don't think there has been a winless. And you were right. The last time we were ranked was 20th was our high ranking in 2015-16. We're in the tournament as a 10 seed.
Dude, and even that is like it's a good year. Don't get me wrong, but like being ranked 20th in a 10 seed is, and before that season, like I don't remember us being really earth shattering since like the early 2010s or like late 2000s. So
before that, the last like year of Pitt dominance was 2010-11 when they were a 1 seed in the tournament and they were ranked second as their high ranking.
Yeah. But exciting times. Very the fact that it was just so unexpected too, like projected to finish 14th in the ACC. None of the fans had high expectations either. It was just
one of those years where you hope you beat a Duke or you beat a UNC one time just to say you did it, upset game. Not like we're going to storm the court, but like just to be able to say you did it, I guess. But
yeah,
to be where we're at. If you told me this is where we'd be at before season started, I'd be pretty content, and I am content. but hungry for more.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know we've been talking really highly about them, but let's win some more games. We're 18-7.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, no, let's get 6 games left. Oh man, we got the potential to win a lot of games. I'm also a little worried. I would not normally be worried about Notre Dame this year, but the fact that it is their last home game and their coach's last game in that arena is not necessarily a great thing for us.
God damn it! Yeah.
No, we're raining on the parade. There's no need to be worried about that.
Yeah.
It's going to be Greg Elliott threes. It's going to be Fetty cleaning up boards. It's going to be Nelly Cummins just controlling the pace of the game, dishing dimes.
Nike Spandia's 30 off the bench, and both of the Twins score in the 20s. That's my official prediction for the Notre Dame game.
If both of them are scoring in the 20s, then we're going to put 120 up.
140, yeah.
It's going to be an NBA score.
But yeah.
If that were to happen, you'd have like the graphic on the bottom. It's like, this is the most points scored in an ACC game since like 1994. And I think that's what you have to strive for now is having a graphic that says since.
Yeah, honestly, if they really want to be ranked, not only win big, run those scores up a little bit, but at the same time, yeah, I'd be happy just win the games. Make a tournament.
Yeah,
we're talking a lot right now for an 18-win team with a lot of basketball left to be played, but we can.
For sure. Yeah.
Things are looking good right now, but knock on wood, let's just keep the foot on the gas.
I got one last thing. I know there aren't many more opportunities to rush the court this year, considering the teams remaining on the schedule. But what's your guys' thoughts about Pitt being a we don't rush the court school?
I don't like it.
Go ahead.
We don't have like. That's a thing that a team would do if you're like a blue blood, like consistently ranked in the top 5, like putting players in the NBA, like have been doing it for the past 20 years. Like that's one of those things, I think. And it's like, that's the best part about an upset, right? Is being able to, is like having that experience. And the fact that we don't do it really does suck. And I don't know how we break that. Like, we could just start doing it.
People say that's the ultimate sign of disrespect, but the years that we were in school and they were so bad, like you wanted to storm the court a couple times when they beat, like there was that one game against Florida State.
Yeah, that's the one
that
I was
one
thinking
comes
of.
to mind. I know we didn't win this game, but say we had beaten that. You're telling me if we had beaten that team with Zion, that Duke team with Zion, we just had to stay in the stands.
Yeah, I would have been out there. Yeah, I would have been out there trying to dunk on Zion myself.
Bring out the little trampoline. I got this.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mason, like you said, I think like if you're an established program that's like always like very high up there, highly ranked, whatever, and you expect to win.
Yeah. And like,
I know we used to be,
like,
but
I think that's what it is. Like, because they were so good in like that mid 2000s stretch, there's like, oh, we don't storm the court anymore. But you look at the last 5 years, I think we're a court storming school again. Like,
to break it, I know there's going to be some traditionalists out there that would be so mad if Pitt students ever did rush the court. But I think the only way to just do it is be in that situation and just collectively get this Oakland Zoo to agree to just do it.
Dude, it'll be like an underground rebel group of people that are trying to organize the court stormings. Like they're having underground meetings about planning out how to do it.
Yeah, people are just writing on the torn up confetti in the zoo, pass it down. We're storming the court.
They're doing like hand signals like Marines to.
But Yeah, and it would be cool to see. Honestly, I mean, I've never been a fan of that tradition myself, but
Especially because you can't rush the field at Heinz. Like they tell you will be arrested
Like-
if you rush the field at
like
Heinz.
that one makes sense. It's an NFL stadium and it's grass. You don't want to like mess that up for that the team. The field's as bad as it is. So
Yeah.
I think
It's
the
not
main
fair.
reason
It's not fair. The pigeons can be on the field, but we can't.
yeah,
I think the main reason for Heinz is the access out of the stadium. There's like no open end, or you can just kind of shuttle all the fans out. You'd have to
that's
go.
also true. Yeah.
Like there was this one time I got like a pregame warm up pass, so I went to a volleyball game, and they took us through like the bottom of the stadium, and you'd have to go through all like the back of house shit, and then you get dropped off like under where the tee goes. So my argument is, one, we've sucked for like 5 years, so it's time to rush the court, and two, like that. I know people who've like rushed fields in college. Like, yes, I know someone who went to Penn State, boo, but they were there when they upset Ohio State in 2016, and like their profile picture on every social media has been him on the field since that day.
Yeah, no, it's certainly one of those things for students that they just don't forget. Like, they'll always remember, Storman, and we never had the opportunity to do that. So, I'm sure we're not alone. I'm sure there's other Pitt students that feel the same way. But like you said, yeah, football's already out of the question. So let them storm the basketball court.
We just need one person to do it. We need one brave soul. Like that
That's
man.
the thing. If you get you don't even need the whole zoo to go once. Just get part of the zoo to go, and then once people see other people,
Like a group of a couple people.
Yeah.
Like you're telling me you're standing there. The court's right there. If 5 people run out, everybody else isn't going to follow.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, I think we almost had that. I think around I think it was the Miami game when Deuce and like Phil Dracovic were there. Deuce was like telling his guys, like, if we win, we're gonna storm the court, and he was fully prepared to run onto the court. Except it was either, I think someone from the basketball team said, "You guys can't do that." But
Yeah, it would be very funny if it was Narduzzi of all people
Narduzzi leads the court.
who broke that norm. He was just out there like, let's go.
Well, I just felt it was time to rush the court. We don't do it here, but it felt different this time. All right.
Do you think he's gonna join?
No.
Probably not. Which
Yeah, I don't know. Is there any other football news? Oh, shout out to wrestling. I was scrolling around last Sunday when there wasn't any NFL on, obviously, and found a Pitt wrestling match, and the Pittsburgh is still in full effect. So I think we should start talking about them a little bit more too.
I know they had a chance to win like the ACC title. They had like a meet against NC State, I want to say. They didn't win, but they're really good. They got a bunch of guys ranked in like their weight classes. It's a really impressive team they've got.
Yeah, I wish I knew more about wrestling, and we can so I could give some more insight. But that'll be my homework, I guess.
You're gonna be our wrestling guy.
Yeah, Mason's our wrestling spokesperson.
I'm coming up to the next pod with a nacho or what do they call it? Yeah, the Muchadore mask.
Can we get you live on the side? I guess it would be courtside. We're gonna need you in a branded luchador mask.
I think we should all just get assigned smaller Pitt sports to report on. Each pod.
We have our own beat. All right, I call wrestling, and we'll do snake draft.
All right.
I got volleyball locked down. That's been my beat. You're not taking that one from me.
All right, let me get baseball.
Well, I want baseball.
You get 2 picks. So we're snaking.
Oh, you're right. Oh God, what are options?
Do you want me to pull up the varsity sports list?
Women's lacrosse.
I am pulling up the varsity sports list because
we don't have a men's lacrosse team yet, right? Just
No,
the
not
women's.
yet. Not yet.
We have a club
Not
team.
saying I would pick the men's team over the women's team. I'm just making sure.
Okay.
I'm not saying it, but
I'm taking men's soccer.
Oh, that's a good pick. It's a good pick.
damn, that is a good pick. Give me women's soccer. Give me track and field.
Women's or men's?
I think I should just get all of it. Isn't that how they do it though?
I'm on the Wikipedia there. They break it up by men's and women's. They might have the same.
I will take men's track and field.
Okay.
Also, I would like to say that I know this was my idea. I do not plan on following through with this at all.
We're gonna continue doing it anyway. Fuck it. I'm gonna take gymnastics. I think that's gonna be my next pick.
That
That's
was
a
a
solid
great
pick.
that was a great value pick.
It's a solid pick. All right, I get two more.
So we're getting to the point where I might need to pull up the list.
All right, let me get women's
Oh.
basketball and swimming and diving. Or is there?
we have that?
Yeah,
We do
it's
have a
men's and
swimming.
women's.
Oh,
I knew there
it's
was-
women's. All right,
yeah.
I'll do. Oh man, actually, hang on. Can I change my picks? Change my picks.
Nope,
Okay.
nope.
No,
Oh, I can't. All right, fine. I'll do the men's swim team. Let's get that. Let's get that going.
I worked with a guy who was on that team.
Nobody took salt. Is it me?
I-
No, it's you. Yeah.
No, this was my pick. My pick.
Yeah.
So we've got both cross countries left. Softball, women's swimming and diving, women's track and field. I think of the four left. Okay. I think women's swimming and diving.
Okay. Am I an idiot? Why can't I find this list?
I just sent it in the chat. You can see on the right hand side of the screen.
Yeah, but there's no list. It's just like
If you scroll
I'm
down,
on the
there's a
Pitt
little,
Athletic website,
there's
actually.
a little box that says that has all the. If you scroll down the Wikipedia, it's right under the ACC logo.
Oh, softball is also available. Forgot.
It is
I
on the
think we-
board. It's softball, women's track and field, and both cross countries that are still on the board.
And women's soccer, right? Or did somebody take that?
Did someone take
I
one?
took that.
Okay.
Is it my pick?
Yeah, you got.
I get
double
two?
up. Yeah.
All right. And give me. All right, I'm taking women's track and field. I'm gonna have both anyway. You should just give it to me at the start, and I'll take softball as well.
Okay. That just leaves the two cross countries, right?
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to stand up for the ladies. I'm going to take women's cross country, so they're not the Mrs. Relevant pick.
All right, I got men's cross. Men across the country.
I don't. I
Legit. Tim Tebow's speech. You will not see someone work harder on reporting on these obscure Pitt sports.
All right, I need a full report. I need a full report by for everybody else. Next pod.
Yeah,
I'm putting this on the resume. Podcast host and beat writer for.
Or simplify.
I was thinking about this. I think if we wrote just a really good email, we could get like press passes for like ACC media days.
That would be kind of cool. Where do they do that?
Charlotte, because that's where the league is headquartered.
We're putting it on the pod credit card.
Yeah.
Expensive.
Yeah. I don't know how that works.
We could you two, the business guys. If we set up like an LLP, could we write it off as a tax expense?
Yeah.
Let's look into that. Let's look into that. This has been talking business. No one steal our ideas. These are all our beats. If you're thinking about getting to the beat writing game, too bad, too sad. You should have been here for the draft.
Don't. We will not only are we a podcast, but we will operate like the Italian mafia, and this is our turn.
Right.
Stay off of it.
we will use extrajudicial
I will
force.
send you a horse head in your bed. We're on our Godfather. We're on our Godfather shit.
Yeah, we're gonna blow up your car at a toll booth if there are any toll booths left. It gets really hard when it's that automatic tolling one where you don't have to stop.
It's just like the one. It's the one for the turnpike. Yeah,
it's like, all right, we got to shut down the fast lane and then make them use the slow booths. Yeah. By the way, this is a parody to any 3-letter agencies listening to this podcast, which we appreciate your listenership.
That would be odd, dude. That would be cool.
Yeah, pretty chill.
If the FBI was listening.
Well,
let me get if the FBI's out there listening in, let me get a windbreaker. Them shits are tough. What do you think? What do you think the percentage of people that join the FBI is because they saw them wearing the windbreakers in the movie and they're like, that's cool. Like, I think a higher percentage than you would think.
That honestly might be true.
That might be like the deciding factor if you're like thinking about multiple agencies, right? It's like who's got the tiebreaker? The windbreaker probably is up there, right?
Oh, true. Yeah. If you're like CIA offered me $50 million fully guaranteed, but FBI matched and gave me a windbreaker.
Well, I think CIA has like the full jackets. They've got that on lock. FBI's windbreakers and like ATF's got fucking nothing.
Yeah,
it's making me think of that scene in The Other Guys where he gives him the mug. He's like, "Female body inspector."
Oh yeah, you could also. That's another selling point for the FBI. You could actually be part of the FBI and wear one of those boardwalk shirts. I think we should bring back boardwalk shirts, unironically.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
Let's make a trip to Ocean City and just buy out all the boardwalk shirts.
So we got to expense the company card, but
that's thousands of boardwalk shirts.
We're the mafia. We're going to get a monopoly on the industry. Okay. And
nobody has these except us.
Nobody else has a shirt that says "ill" in the Phillies font.
No one else is going to have a greater selection of lifeguard sweatshirts than us.
Yeah.
We've got
maybe that could be a good little off-season thing once basketball is kind of over and our beat writing slows down over the summer. We can we'll draft boardwalk apparel.
Okay. All right.
Okay. All right.
I kind of like that.
Yeah. No. I'm with that.
We might have to make a little Ocean City trip this summer.
Yeah.
Can we do a live episode? What's that one bar that you like sit in the water?
Secrets.
Yeah.
Simplify live from Secrets. All the dirty bananas you can drink.
We just ruin our laptop.
Multiple people are urinating right next to us.
The world's premiere podcast for peeing in the ocean. Yeah.
Hey, all right.
Who wants that beat? The peeing in the ocean beat. What if you were to just go up to people and say, "You're gonna pass on that one"?
I'll pass on that one.
We're hiring for that beat. We're all taken up.
That's our intern. Our intern's going to take that one.
Right.
Yeah, I was going to say it's summertime. We'll hire a summer intern.
Yeah. No, that should be hilarious.
It's unpaid internship.
But listen, all right. So here's the pitch for anybody who doesn't have an internship lined up. We're basically going to make you do all the bitch work, but we will 100% lie on a reference letter. Like, you can say that you produced the whole show. You can say, like, we'll give you all the credit.
Yeah, I mean, listen, nobody's going to listen. Listen, no prospective employer is going to listen to the entire library, find the 45th minute of an episode about basketball where we turned it into a draft of beat reporting other sports, and then talk about pissing in the ocean. Listen, I do all the production on this podcast. I do all that shit. All you got to do is just draft a couple tweets. You can even schedule them. I don't give a shit.
We just need the legitimacy of having an intern.
Dude, honestly, we could hire one.
That takes it to the next level.
Dude, honestly, all right, coming from Pitt Business, your first internship leads to other internships. So that's all, if you're looking for a good first internship, Simplify Pod might be a good option for you.
Yeah, we should. How do we get a booth at the business or the career fair?
for
one intern.
For one, what?
Dude, it's a very vigorous program.
we would spend more. We would spend more on the booth. Like, we might as well just give that money to the
intern.
Do you think we could like just set up a table outside the William Pitt Union and be like, we're the bad boy career fair. They wouldn't let us in the doors. We're underground.
Dude, honestly, I think we should go for like a marketing major. Just get some kid that's going to promote the pod. Get some kid. Could be any any person in the Pitt Business School that wants to promote the pod can work as an intern for Simple.
I wouldn't even limit it to the business school.
Yeah, fuck it, dude.
Anybody?
No, we don't have to. That was just the first thing that came to mind.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
Are you favoring business majors right now?
I mean, I don't know. 2/3 of this pod are business majors.
That's right.
I guess you're right. That is true. Well, we're gonna take only business majors and civil engineers. Those are only two allowed majors.
Yeah.
Yo, let's get an engineer to build us something cool.
What are we gonna build, dude? What do we need?
Build us a bridge.
A Simplify statue.
Man.
I think
this is truly a masterclass. If you're still listening to the pod at this point, wow. But this is a masterclass, just letting us cook a little bit.
Yeah, we're spitting.
we got in the zone. We got in the zone. We're just like, okay, we're gonna roll with it. This is our worst episode yet.
we may just want to limit it.
How about this? Turn the cameras off.
Okay.
Just kidding.
No, we can't say that.
Oh yeah, I guess yeah.
Yeah,
that was a joke. Still, come on.
Yeah,
that was a joke. Zach, are you gonna have to cut this now?
I'm probably gonna have to. Maybe I'll bleep it. Maybe I'll bleep it. Should I just bleep it?
That would actually be very funny if, yeah.
Okay.
Just do one long beep when I say that whole sentence. Well, I guess I'm talking about it again now. So.
Yeah, you're talking about it again now, and you could probably read lips a little bit.
Put a
black box.
when they cuss blur the cuss outs on TV and stuff.
All right, I think I gotta cut the recording now. Yeah, that's all. You guys can't have anything left to say. You guys can't have anything left to say.
No, we could talk off the record.
Okay, all right, fine. Yeah, that'll do us. That'll do it from us tonight. thank you for listening. If you're here, if you're with us the whole time, this has been Simplified Pod. I've been your host, Zach Kaminsky. I was joined by my co-hosts Mason Kling and Kent Vanderwood, and we'll see you next time.
Hail to Pitt.
Hail to Pitt. I didn't come up with anything else this time.
Leave that in.